Hello, hello. Welcome today to our patron-only piano lesson. I'm very excited because we are diving deep into our holiday music this season. And the results of the patrons-only poll is in. And we have our winning song, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. It's a lot of fun, so I hope you're ready to learn this fun song. Couple things before we get started. If you don't mind liking and commenting on this video, let me know how I'm doing. I love to see those little thumbs up pop up on my screen when I check my YouTube account, and it just shows me that I am doing lessons that you are enjoying. So let me know how I'm doing, okay? Also, make sure to subscribe. Subscribing is so important, so you can get those notifications that there are new piano lessons available for you to take and learn all kinds of fun songs, okay? Very good. Also, we operate on a Discord server. So many of you patrons are on Discord, so that's a positive thing, okay? Anytime that you need help with anything piano related, with your songs or music theory or special fingering or anything like that, you can hop on there. But there are still several of you that are not on Discord. So if you need to still join Discord, check the link down below in the description and you can join our server, okay? I'll make sure that you are set up correctly in the right spot and you can ask for help anytime you need it, okay? All right, well, let's get started, okay? All right. So I have printed out my music, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. And as usual, I use a file folder. I just tape it inside. I have my little tape here and my two pages, all right? So taking a look here at Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, we noticed a few things. I wanted to make sure that this song was accessible to both my mid-beginners as well as my later beginners. So I chose Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree to add to the poll because it's in C major, no sharps or flats, and it's actually in 4/4 time. So this is good. This means that you're going to be able to learn this song pretty quickly, okay? So I hope you enjoy this. Now diving right into the song here, I noticed that the melody here with the lyrics, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree at the Christmas Party Hop, mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop, and it keeps going to the first part of the verse, right? This goes all the way down here until line 4. If you look at measure 16, that is the end of the first part, okay? I drew a star right there because that's telling me that this is the first part, okay? I have my star at the beginning and all the way down to measure 16, okay? All right, this means that this is the first part of the song that we're going to learn today, okay? Let's start with our right hand and find our hand position so we can get to learning this piece, okay? All right, let's do it together. All right. Let's see. Very good. All right. So my right hand, I am seeing that the very first note here is actually a G. It's on the G line, on the treble clef where it has that curlicue. That's the special G line. So we're going up here to a G above middle C. And I actually see a finger 3 on there. So I'm going to put my finger 3 on that G. Okay. I'm going to go through Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, right hand only, all the way down to measure 16, okay? This first time through, I am going to be saying note names, okay? We'll play it again and we'll do some finger numbers instead. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. G, 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 A, G, G, A, G, G, B, A, F, D, B. Yeah, cross over that too. Back up to A, A, B, B, A, B, A, G, G sharp, A, F, E. 2, 3, rest. G, 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 A, G, G, A, G, G, B, A, F, D, crossover, B. 2, 3, rest. Back up to A, B, B, A, B, A, G, G sharp, A, down to B, C, 2, 3, rest. Ooh, how did you do? It's a little complicated in there, but luckily we have that theme played twice in that first section, okay? The first line and the second line are repeated on lines 3 and 4. So that's a good thing, okay? Whatever you're practicing on line 1 and 2, you're going to get to do it again on lines 3 and 4, okay? Now let's talk about finger numbers, okay? Finger numbers are not going to be just in the 5-finger scale if that is the position that you're in. We're going to have to stretch our fingers out to reach some of these notes. I'm sure you noticed during the first time that we played it, okay? Because of this, you have to make sure that your notes are really, really known, okay? If you're not familiar with those notes, those lines and space notes and how they relate to each other, it can be very confusing when I say finger numbers, right? You may think that if I say 3, 2, 1, it could be notes right next to each other. But if you look very carefully at your music, those notes could be much more spread out than what you think. Okay, so we have to pay very close attention to that. Let's see if we can run through the first section here. Right hand measures 1 through 16. And I'm going to say some finger numbers that will help us get through this, okay? All right, listen carefully, all right? You got this. All right. And I'm even going to slow it down a little bit more, okay? If we're starting with a finger 3 on our G above middle C, it looks like we have our hand in like a E position. Remember what I said though, we're going to be spreading out and using the full range of motion of our fingers, okay? All right, let's give this a good try. 1, 2, ready, play. 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 5, 4, 2, 1, 2, crossover, rest. 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, rest. 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 5, 4, 2, 1, crossover, 2, 2, 3, rest. 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, stretch down, 1, 2, 3, rest. Okay, did you get those finger numbers? It's a little confusing, I know, but if you are writing down those notes and you're familiar with those jumps, it will get easier, okay? If you need to, remember, pause this video, go back to where you're doing notes first, write them in, practice those, and then go back and do finger numbers, okay? You can do this. Let's now try section 1 and look at the left hand, okay? Left hand is a little bit simpler because it is going to be living in a C position, okay? So let's find that spot and go over the left hand. All right. All right, so living in C position, this should be pretty darn simple for you, okay? Finger 1 thumb is on G below middle C, and the rest of my fingers are down in a good old C position. Okay, let's start at the very beginning, and I'll say some note names as we play. Here we go, measures 1 through 16. 1, 2, ready, play. C, hold. Third, E and G. C, hold, third, rest, fourth, D and G, 3, 4, G, D, F, G, D, hold, now a second G and F, D, hold, now a second G and F, D, 2, 3, 4, C, D sharp, E, G, back to C. Hold. Now a third. C, hold. Now a third. Great. Fourth. 2, 3, 4. G, D, F, then G, down to D again. Second. Good. D, then a second. Awesome. D, 2, 3, 4, and C, C, D, E. And then we stop right there. Very good. Yeah, I like those last 4 quarter notes because it's leading into section 2. It's pretty cool. Bum, ba, da, dum, bum. Yeah, it's really, really great. It's a nice transition, okay? Isn't that nice for the left hand? It's like not a whole lot of thought needs to go into it because it's living within our C position that we know really well, okay? So with that, the only surprise note that got me when I was learning the song was that D sharp at the end of line 2, okay? So I'm gonna say, grab your pencil. Let's give that D sharp a circle, okay? I'm gonna circle it, and I'm even gonna write D sharp because I don't wanna miss it. Now, in terms of finger numbers, that D sharp in particular, it's really awkward for me to use a finger 4. So I use a finger 3 with it, okay? So I'm gonna write a finger 3 with it as well, so it's not so weird. All right, good work on that left hand. Now for section 1, let's go ahead and put these hands together, okay? I'm gonna slow the tempo down a little bit more so you can see how they operate together, okay? Let's do it. All right, this is such a fun song. Here we go. This is going to be section 1, the first 16 measures of the song. Notice my hand position starting. The right hand has a finger 3 on G above middle C, and the left hand is in my regular C bass clef position, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Good. Yeah, that was really fun. I enjoyed that so much. You heard my mistake though, didn't you? It's okay. Sometimes when you get in a finger pattern in your right hand, especially when you have to do some stretching, sometimes you might end up on the wrong note. And that's exactly what happened to me at measure 13. I ended up going just up to the G, but I had to stretch a little further to the A. But I fixed it. You know, I'm only human. That's okay. So let's move on to section 2. So this is starting exactly at measure 17. And it's only a few measures long. It's about 7 measures. Measure 17 to measure 24. Okay? This section here is where it gets that. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear, right? That part, yeah, that's like the fun part. So right there is where all your sharps come in. We're going to start with the right hand, and then we'll move to the left hand, and then we'll try it together, okay? Let's give it a good try. All right, so looking here at the end of line 4, this is measure 17. It says you, right? So we're going to start with, again, a finger 3 on the A. And then our finger 2 will be on that G sharp. Okay? So let's count off and give this a try. Note names first. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. A, G sharp, A, G sharp, A, C, F, A, B, G, E, G, B. Very good. C, B, C, B, C, A, B, C, D, C, B, A, G, A, B, G. And right there we're stopping. Hey, that was fun. I like that part. So with that in particular, there are some funny fingers that you may have noticed that I did, okay? The first section measures 17, 18, 19, and 20. Pretty straightforward. If we start with that finger 3 on that A, that's pretty, it's just under your hand, right? But when we start to get into that voices singing Let's Be Jolly section, because they're notes right next to each other, and I know I'm going to have to reach really high up to that D, I sort of scrunched my fingers up a little bit to reach that D when I got there, okay? So let's do finger numbers in this section B, okay? Let's do it. All right. So starting there, you will get a sentimental feeling. All right, starting at measure 17, let's do finger numbers now. This is right hand. Rocking around the Christmas tree. Line 4, the final measure. 1, 2, ready, play. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, stretch down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 4. Very good. 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Let's put a 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. All right. So there it is with those finger numbers, okay? Now I did notice measure 18. I said it was all under your hand for that section. I was not correct. I had forgotten that measure 18 stretches really far down for the word sentimental. So make sure that you're stretching that thumb down to reach that middle C, okay? So looking here, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Measure 22, the final measure of the whole page, where it says B, where it says Let's Be Jolly. The A, I put a finger 2 there. I know I had a pinky finger 5 on that C, but I scrunched and I put a finger 2 on that A so that I was able to reach the high D on the next page. So you may want to do something similar, okay? Now, disclaimer, any of these finger numbers that I am doing, if they're not working for you, you are okay to choose different fingers. There is not like some crazy rule that says you have to do what I do. I just try to figure out what might work for you, okay? Now, if you have some better fingering that fits your hand a little bit more easily, then do that. That's perfectly fine, okay? I want you to do what works for you and what's comfortable for your hand, okay? So these are all just suggestions. All right, let's move to the left hand now for this section. All right, so this section here for the left hand, it gets a little interesting because we have to do some shifting. So let's switch to piano view so we can watch those shifts happen, okay? All right. Okay. So looking here, starting at measure 17. We had just done a lead in at measure 16. C, C, D, E, right? But now at measure 17, we have a finger 2 on our F. So let's start there. 1, 2, ready, play. F, hold down to C, hold, then F, 2, 3, rest. E minor triad, 2, 3, 4, E, hold with the G and B, rest. A, then to G sharp, then to G, 2, 3, rest, D major, staccato, 2, 3, 4, then a G and B, rest, 3, 4. All right, yeah, that's actually quite fun to do. That little part right there is that's where the magic happens in this song, right? It's like, voices singing, let's be jolly, deck, right there, deck the halls with boughs of holly, right? That staccato measure at 23, you have staccato in the right hand, high D, and then you have this D major triad, and it all together, it's really cool. It's fun. So that part, you want to make sure you get right there in that measure, nice and staccato and forte, to really get that drama going, okay? So now that we've done the left hand of this section B, we're going to try to put these hands together now, okay? So we can hear what this section sounds like. I'm going to be leading into that measure 23, that staccato mark, and really make it special, okay? All right, listen carefully, and when you're ready, go ahead and play along with me, okay? Let's do it. All right, so we've got our A, finger 3, and then I have my left hand still in my C position, finger 2 on my F. Let's count off. 1, 2, ready, play. That section. It's so much fun right there. So while you are building that drama in that section, like that's the festive, like, boom, surprise, right? I don't know, maybe Santa pops out or like, I don't know, maybe someone actually does kiss under the mistletoe. That's pretty cool. Then we move into the theme again, right? So back to our A section, right there at measure 25, okay? Measure 25 through measure, let's see, 27, 20, 29, 30. 30, measure 25 through 30, these 5 measures are almost exactly like the beginning, okay? So whatever we learned in section A at the beginning, it's back, okay? We're stating that theme again because it's so important. And then we have an extension at the end here. It's kind of like a, what do they call that? A coda? Is it a coda? It's something like a coda, okay? So let's go ahead and jump right in there at measure 25. Hands together since it's familiar, okay? If you need to jot down some notes, you can do that. And then you'll see how it extends at the end from measure 26 to the, is it 26? No. Measure 31 to the end, okay? All right, let's give it a good try. I hope you like this song. It's so much fun. When it's really like a tempo with dynamics, oh my gosh, it's like a definite party song for sure. So finding my spot, let's see if I can recall. We have a finger 3 on our G for the right hand. And then my left hand again is in my C position. All right. Let's count off. 1, 2, ready, play. Yeah, so that's how it ends, okay? Let's go over the ending though, okay? So like I said, measure 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29, and 30. You should know those from the beginning, okay? So I'm going to put like brackets around those, okay? Now I'm going to put a smiley face for that last ending part, okay? Now let's look at the rhythm in particular. Now if we're in 4/4 time, and we've got quarter note, quarter rest, quarter note, quarter rest, that rhythm in particular is something that we should definitely be aware of. It's the extension of the this final part of the theme, okay? So if we do the rhythm, good, rest, old, rest, fa, rest, shun, rest, way, right? So you want to make sure you give it an actual full beat of rest when it has it, okay? Because if you don't, it feels rushed, and then it's not as like dramatic right there at the end. So make sure that you're giving those rests their full value, okay? Because it really makes the song special, okay? Now looking at those notes, the right hand in particular, we have G, rest, up to a G sharp, rest, then up to an A, rest, then up to a B. Very good. And then our final chord is a 1 chord C major, but it's a first inversion. So that means the E is on the bottom. E, G, then C on top. Right? It's nice. I like that chord. Yeah. Let me switch to piano view because I realized I didn't do it. That so you can see those fingers, okay? Let's do that part again. Starting at the smiley face and measure 31. All right. Finger 3 on G. 1, 2, ready, play. G, rest. G sharp, rest. A, rest. B, rest. E, G, B, 2, E, G, C, excuse me. And there it is, first inversion. All right, I don't know why I said B. It happens. My brain slipped. So that's the right hand for that section, okay? The final ending for the left hand is quite fun, okay? We have a lovely octave extension here, starting with the left hand finger 1 thumb on G. And then we go down to low G. Back up to high G. Back down to G again. And then we have a C extension. C, down to G, then down to low C. Very fun. So piano view, let's try that again, okay? We have our left hand in our C position. We begin with a G, rest, G, rest, G, rest, G, rest, then C, rest, G, rest, down to C, rest. And there it is, okay? That was fun. So that is going to be a very fun ending for Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, okay? If you work on this pretty hard, you might be able to play this for Christmas time or any sort of holiday gathering, and like all your friends or family be like, hey, I didn't know you could do that, jam out and have a good time. It might be a nice surprise for any sort of gathering that you might have this season, okay? Now, with that, let me play the whole song for you all the way through. I'm going to play it with some added dynamics, okay, and at a quicker tempo, okay, just to give it a little more life, all right? I'm going to begin the song with a nice mezzo forte, and I'll play mezzo forte all the way until I get to the B section, right, at measure 17. At measure 17, I've written in a mezzo piano, okay? You can write that in as well, all right? Now, leading into from measure 21 up to the dramatic moment at 23, I've written in a crescendo, okay? And at 23 with the staccato, forte. You can even write in an accent mark if you want, okay? When we return back to the theme at 25, I have mezzo forte again, okay? And then at measure 30, leading into your smiley face for the ending, there's another crescendo, and I put a nice forte ending all the way, okay? Let's see how that all sounds, all right? Here we go. And there you go. Nice work. Yeah, so you have learned Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, and I hope you enjoyed it. Really fun song, very lively. You'll have everybody trying to sing along as you play. It'll be a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Thank you for supporting me every single month on Patreon. I love what I do, and I wouldn't be able to do it without you. So thank you so much for that support. Have a great time practicing and have a lovely holiday season, okay? I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.